All right, I'm going to be honest about something. When I started this garage gym as a personal training studio, I had no idea what I was doing. And I had no idea that it would soon be capable of making over $50,000 a month. And that's because I had everything else wrong. And so here's what I learned over the past 4 years of personal training from my home. First, let me get the most important lesson out of the way. It's not about what you have. It's about how you make people feel. Now, I can't stress that last point enough. I came from one of the most expensive gyms in Los Angeles, and I built one of the jankiest gyms in Los Angeles, and I went from earning $10,000 a month to earning almost $50,000 in my best month ever. And that's because it had nothing to do with what I had and everything to do with how I made my clients feel. And once I took ownership over this janky gym that I built with my blood, sweat, and tears, I knew that there wasn't a better place in Los Angeles to get a workout. The switch to semi-private personal training also helped because that allowed me to go from making $100 an hour to over $300 an hour. So I was charging less while earning 3 times as much. And this closely relates to point number 2. This isn't a gym. And if you're a personal trainer, you need to recognize that you're in a completely different business than gym owners are. Because if you are a gym, people expect higher level amenities. But if you're a personal trainer, people expect higher level service. And so by identifying initially as a gym, I did myself a disservice because I was comparing myself to that other gym that I worked at. I was comparing myself to Orange Theories and F45s and Barry's boot camps. And that wasn't what I was doing. They're selling apples and I'm selling oranges. And I'm not saying that you can't compare fruit, don't get it twisted, but I am saying that I needed to stop pretending that those were my competitors. And I needed to realize that I didn't really have any. And that's because most gyms are interested in charging a little and banking on the fact that most people aren't going to show up for their membership. And so I don't need 4,000 members to break even. All I need is 50 to make a really good living. So once I realized this, I completely switched my marketing and my sales process to reflect that this is not a gym. This is something way better. And that brings me to my last point. Once I recognized what this place truly was and who it was truly for, I could finally convey why I should be chosen over others. And that's when my marketing blew up because I was speaking a true message to people who wanted to hear it. Again, I'm not interested in training 4,000 people, but if I can have 75 badass people in my community who are interested in growing in an environment unlike anything else, I'm building something that can't be found anywhere else. And that's something pretty special. So if you've made it this far and you want to learn more about how you can grow your own personal training business to over $30,000 months, you need to join me in the Fit Tank. Link's in the bio and it's free to get started. I'll see you later.